Welcome back. Dry soil, shrinking lakes, and hungry cattle. These are all things beef cattle farmers across northeast Mississippi have been faced with since our area slipped into exceptional drought status in the early fall. WCBI's Victoria Bailey hit the farm today to learn how great of an impact the weather is actually having.
The year of 2016 has been a disaster year for us.
Julius Beck is a cattle farmer from Noxubee County, and since early fall, his hay supply has taken a beating.
I make my own hay, but 2016 we had a drought and I had to buy hay. First time I had to buy hay in years.
Rocky Lemus with the MSU Extension Service says drought conditions present all farmers with challenges, but beef cattle farmers are extremely hard hit.
We have in a drought situation since late July until almost late November. Usually that time span is very important for cattle producers in Mississippi, not only from the point of view of hay production, and with that type of drought situation, actually set back the producers on the time of planting and when that forage might be available for the cattle to graze as well.
Droughts of this magnitude can cause farmers like Beck to reach out of his area to make sure his cattle's fed. And Lemus says buying hay this time of year is going to cost you.
Some of them have to start feeding hay much earlier, which means that probably the amount of hay that they have available for the winter season was reduced significantly, which means that in the long term they're going to have to look at importing hay from other counties in the state or sometimes from out of state to maintain the amount of hay supply that they need. In that case means that cost is going to go much higher. They're going to have to look at transportation cost, also the quality of the hay they're feeding.
There are alternatives to hay, but cattle farmer Dennis Johnson says it's not the same.
But it ain't nothing like hay. You can't buy enough feed. Hay is a filler. It keeps you from having to buy your profit. You lose your profit when you buy a lot of feed. Your profit is gone. And so the hay kind of saves you on your profit. With feed, when you throw back a sack of feed costs you $7, and you're probably going through 10 sacks of feed or more a week, that's add up pretty good.
The rainfall the last few weeks has helped, but Lemus says it's going to take much more than that to replenish the hay supply. I'm Victoria Bailey, WCBI News, Starkville.
And the U.S. Department of Agriculture is stepping up to help cattle farmers impacted by the drought.